So just confirmation that the conference about to get underway. Delegates are in the building and we will have them with us in the main arena in just a few moments' time. We thank you for your patience and we'll be underway with the Dubai International Sports Conference, 19th edition this year in 2024. And of course, a notable one for us at the Globe Soccer Awards. The Globe Soccer Awards were celebrating its 15th year this year. Huge thanks to all the team at Atlantis The Palm Dubai, long-time supporters of both the conference and the awards. And just confirmation coming through from the organisers that we will be crossing live to the conference in just a matter of minutes. Our delegates in the building, making their way to the main stage in a few moments' time. So stay put as we get ready for this year's Dubai International Sports Conference. So, more guests arriving into the main arena, more guests walking the red carpet at the moment. And we appreciate each and every one of you for being with us for, of course, the Dubai International Sports Conference and the Beyond Development Globe Soccer Dubai Awards coming your way straight after that. More greats of the game making their way into the main room. We'll be underway with the conference in a matter of minutes. Sit back, enjoy the environment, have a Ferrero Rocher or 5. And the International Sports Conference will get underway in a matter of minutes.
Get ready for an unforgettable night of dazzling debate, discussion, and well-deserved celebrations Dubai style.
Dubai style indeed. Dubai knows how to do it, that's for sure. And we will do it Dubai style this evening. Right, we can ask all of our guests to make their way to their designated seats. We are about to cross live to our social platforms and more as we get ready for this year's conference. Looking forward to this one?
I am very much looking forward to it. It's not often you get a chance to sit back and reflect for a decent amount of time with players at the top of the game like the two we have coming up, is it?
Ain't that the truth? Yes, great to have them with us here this evening as we get ready for what promises to be a fascinating evening down here in Dubai. Conference will, of course, be followed by the all-important awards, and I think we're about ready to get underway. So, back in the interviewer seat for you this evening, asking, I have to say, all the right questions again, is none other than, of course, CNN sport anchor Amanda Davies. Great to have you back here in Dubai. Welcome.
I'm certainly going to try and ask the right questions. I have to say, Cristiano last year praised me for my tough questions. So, hopefully I'll do a little bit more of the same. But if I'm back this year, can you believe radio and television personality Tom Urquhart is here for his 15th edition?
A little bit grayer.
You'd have no idea.
A little bit grayer, a little bit older.
Organised annually since 2006, the Dubai International Sport Conference is proudly hosted by the Dubai Sports Council for an amazing 19 editions.
So, without further ado, we have the talent in the room, we have the audience with us here, we are all set to go. We got the all-star interviewer. Let's get straight in to the conference.
Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I could ask you all please to take your seats and we will absolutely crack on with the official proceedings. It's gonna be special. You will not want to miss it. The theme of our discussion this evening is talented football, and we have the privilege of hearing from two players who really are the embodiment of that. Please welcome the most prolific goal scorer in the history of football, winner of pretty much every trophy there is to win in the game, 33 in all over his career that has spanned over 20 years. We've lost count of the number of Globe Soccer awards he has won. He is showing no signs of slowing down. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hello.
Lovely to see you
How
again.
are you? Nice to see you.
Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Next up, a man who knows a thing or two about trying to stop Cristiano, one of the finest goalkeepers in the world, winner of the 2018 FIFA World Cup Golden Glove Award, holder of league titles in Belgium, Spain and England, Spanish football's most expensive ever goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Take a seat. Wonderful to see you both once again. There are so many people, I'm sure, sat in this room and watching at home who will have dreamed of being top-level footballers, getting to the top of the game. But it's one thing saying you'd like to do it, and it's another actually getting there. At what point, Thibaut, did you realise you're actually quite good at this game?
Not so fast, actually. I think only when I started to play as a first starter in Genk when I was 18. I hoped to have a career in Belgium. I didn't dream to be a goalkeeper for Real Madrid. I dreamed to be a goalkeeper for Real Madrid, but I didn't expect it to happen. but obviously you dream of it, you work hard for it, and certainly those stages in your career happen where your work gets rewarded. And then soon you'll see that when Chelsea signs you, you go on loan to Atletico, you play against this guy who scored a few goals against me, and you try to get better to try to stop him, and yeah, then actually you see it happen.
You were 16 when you joined Genk. I was looking back at pictures of you. I mean, what do you think when you look at those pictures of yourself at 16?
Yeah, actually at 16 I played my first game. I joined Genk when I was 8, as a left back actually. And then, after at 16 when I had to play my first game, the team was a bit in a troubling period. They changed.
Was it your choice to change or somebody else's?
A bit of both. And then, when I see those pictures now, I really don't know how I played my first game at 16, especially for a goalkeeper. It's so tough. But yeah, it happened, and it was a good game, and that, I guess, launched me to professional football.
Cristiano, when was that moment for you? Was there a specific moment you thought, I'm going to make this?
Well, my life was a little bit different. I had opportunity with a very young age. But to start in the first team, I start with 17 in the first team. And this is what everything starts. But when I had 15 years old, 16 years old, I started to feel that it was something that I will do it in the future, to be a professional football player. And but real, I start with 17, 18 years old when I moved to Manchester United.
You are somebody who all your teammates, whichever club, talk about how hard you train and how much you dedicate your life to it. At what point did you realize that that was what it was going to take?
Well, in the beginning, when I arrived in Manchester United, I was a very skillful player, dribbling a lot. And I realized that it was good for the show boot, but the football is more than that. When you have a dream to achieve big things, you need to be more effective. And this is what I plan to do it. I start to see examples there in the club, like Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes. And I take some good ideas. And as I say all the time, of course, you're never going to be a football player if you don't have talent. The talent is the main word to achieve success. But the other things, which is I consider more important, it's the ethic of work. And I dedicate all my life on that because I know I can prove year by year. The longevity speaks for itself. I still play in high level. That you have to be professional all the time. And by the age, you have to do it specific work to maintain the level too. And this is what I do. And this is what I'm continuing to do, not only to play football, but for my healthy life, I hope so.
When you see the likes of Jude Bellingham, Lamine Yamal, Endrick coming through as young as they are now, with the pressure and the focus that they are now, how do you think their experience compares to what you guys went through?
I think it's different now for them. Like someone like Jude, as a very young guy in Dortmund, he was really important, and then after when he came to us the first year, straight away scoring important goals. So at that age already being that important in the biggest club of the world, it's tough. And I think often he jokes with me that if he has to continue like this, he will not reach to play till 35, because it's a lot of games already on such a young age if you compare it with other players 10, 15 years ago. And then obviously you have talents like Arda Güler and Endrick that are playing a bit less, but you see their quality is there and they need the team to grow and to be more important. And I believe that everyone has his moment, has his path, and has to take the opportunity, take his chance when it arrives.
I've just got a little problem with your microphone, so I'm going to... Yeah, you got out of that one. But it's, I mean, are we going to go into the calendar? Do you think it means that players and their careers will last as long with this generation, or no?
Depend. I have my way to look in that things in a different way, to be honest. I'm not a coach. I'm never going to be a coach or president of the club, maybe no, too. Maybe owner of the club, yes.
Is that what you want to do? You want to become a club owner?
Probably. I will see. Depend of the moment, the opportunities.
Have you got a club in mind?
Not yet. A few, maybe.
A few? Have a conglomerate?
But I think, to answer your question, I think the clubs, they should take care more about the young players. What I want to say with that, they want to explore by the talent that the kid have to give results. It's normal. Big companies do it the same. They try to explore, for example, they say Bellingham or Lamine, for example. They are very young. They can reach, for example, still playing higher level with my age. Yes, it's possible. They should sacrifice a lot. Yes, a little bit lucky too. But I think the clubs need to take care more of them. To don't explore so much, to don't make them to play 17 games per year, even the national teams, national leagues.
But how do we do that, given where we are now already with the game? We know success breeds money. How do we change where we are today?
Only one way, in my opinion. The quantity of games that you have per season, if you see many interviews of players, they complain about too many games. I agree. But I think the only way to fight against that, it's to training less or to training in an intelligent way. You don't need to go to the pitch and run 3-4 kilometers every day. You will do it that in a game. You will do it your maximum in a game. So if you do it the specific works for this kind of players, I think they will have less injuries and they have more quality in the games, in my opinion. What I mean to training less, it's training in an intelligent way. You get it?
Smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
I mean, speaking of injury, you are somebody who has been living that and breathing it recently. I mean, do you agree with what Cristiano is saying? How much of what we're seeing, and Real Madrid were dominating across the board last season, but the start of this campaign has been tougher.
Yeah, indeed. I think I agree with what he says. I think maybe there's not more games because I think everyone played always Champions League and League, and so I think the intensity of the game became higher. There's more physical, and that also contributes to your body being more tired. And I agree with what he says that maybe we have to train smarter and maybe a bit more like the NBA. The NBA plays a lot of games. Obviously, it's not running so much, but they do it at a high intensity. And maybe the day after they have a shoot around of 30 minutes just to get loose, and they know the next day they have a game and they will go again. So I agree that maybe we have to find a way to do it more smarter, because sometimes less is more. And I think that would be good. But obviously it's hard to change something that has been working all around, and it's not easy to change that concept. But I agree that yeah, especially us this season, we had a lot of bad luck with injuries. Some can happen, like Carvajal's unfortunate kick against the player. Others are maybe muscular, but I also had this season, and I train hard. I go in the gym every day, and sometimes it just happens because your muscles are tired, and sometimes you don't know it.
Real Madrid, it's been a tough start to this season, but undoubtedly has so much talent. There's been talk about maybe the players aren't fitting together. What is your take from what you see, where you stand? What has happened this season compared to last?
Well, you say tough start, but we won already 2 cups. We are second in the league. We are almost through in the Champions League, so I don't think it's it's that bad. But obviously, I understand that the months have been up and down. But I think we have a great team. Obviously, a new guy like Kylian. We try to adapt together. It's not easy to fit in new players straight away and make it work. But I think we work hard, we train hard, we see videos, we do our best to make everything work. And it seems to go better every game. And yeah, now in a good week we have a away game in Valencia. If we win, we will be top again. So we work hard, and we're confident that at the end of the season we will be fighting for all the trophies.
When you know you have the talent, but things get tough, how much do you go into yourself as a player and try and draw on that to make things better? How much is it a case of you relying on somebody like your coach?
Yeah, for me as a goalkeeper, sometimes it's harder because he can maybe miss 2 chances and then score a hat-trick, and amazing. I can miss 2 goals that are my fault, and you can mentally drop. And I think from an early age, by setbacks I had when I was 14, 15, that people were doubting me, I created a strong mentality, a strong belief in myself, and knowing that I want to be the best. And eventually I'm a goalkeeper, but I also looked up to him.
You should be striker, because you are told we will score many goals of...
like Peter Crouch.
Did you try that? I mean, we know you were a left back, but did you ever try up front?
Well, a few years ago, in the last minute of a game, I went up in a corner against Valencia. I had it, but the goalkeeper saved, but Karim scored in the rebound, so that was an important goal also. But yeah, I think like things that he has said in the past, also my son looks really up to him, so I love that he has a role model like Cristiano to look up to see how much important it is to work, and also mentally to believe that you are the best. I don't think it's arrogant to say you are the best, or that you believe you are the best. After, everyone can have a different opinion of who is the best, but you and yourself have to believe, I'm the best, and I will show it on the pitch, and that will make you play better.
What role does the coach have in that scenario? I mean, Carlo Ancelotti has done so much, won so much. He said you're easy to coach. Would you agree with that?
Say again?
Carlo Ancelotti has famously said you're easy to coach. I don't know whether you would agree with that, but you know, how good is he in your opinion?
Listen, I'm coming right now in a car with my friends. When they ask me about what is a good coach, I think many factors influence in that decision. And I think one of the most important things is how to deal with the players. And Carlo Ancelotti, for me, is one of the guys who know how to deal with the players and treat the players. And for me, he was, and he still is, the key for his success. If you see what he achieved, it's so many things. It's not by coincidence that he won so many things. You should have something different and special. And Carlo have that, apart to be a good man. He's a very smart guy to manage people, and this is, for me, it's one of the most important things.
Thibaut, what's he like day to day?
Yeah, I think he knows him also very well. Unfortunately, they won a Champions League against me in 2014. But yeah, Carlo is a very good coach. He knows how to handle a dressing room. He knows how to handle a team. Especially when you're at the top, you don't have to over-push players, because all the top players, I'm sure they know what they have to do. And sometimes it's little things, and have a good feeling in a dressing room, a good team feeling that will make you win. And he's very good at that. He proved it. Last year, we had a lot of setbacks. I ruptured my ACL, Militao, Alaba. But yeah, then new people stand up, and he made it work, and we won another Champions League. So yeah, I think he's a great coach.
Do you still have faith you can reclaim the Champions League this year?
We always have faith. I think you can never write down Real Madrid. Eventually, with this new system, we just need to qualify, and then I think the fun starts in the knockout phases, where we are pretty good, and we will always try to win. I think in the last 10 years, 6 Champions League have been won. I think almost every time we were in the semi-final. So we will always be up there. Maybe one year not. The next year we'll be there again. So we have an exciting team, and I'm sure we will get there.
It's tough, though, with this new format. You know, Real Madrid have not had it all their own way in the Champions League. Neither have Manchester City. Is this the moment, Cristiano, that maybe you join up and give them a helping hand? I know we've talked about it in the past.
Well, the football is, you never know what's going to happen.
That's not a no.
The teams have moments, difficult times, good times, and what, for example, City passed through this moment. It's a difficult time, but I'm sure 100% that we will be back. It's like Madrid, and he answered very well. People don't expect that they've been so brilliant in the beginning, but they are not too bad. They are there, 2 points behind Barcelona, I think. in front now, and they say it's a bad season. I don't understand how they say this kind of thing. Every player, every team, they have a rush moment, but they will back all the time. And Madrid, if you have to bet to win the Champions League again, I will bet in Real Madrid, because you never know what's going to happen. And Bernabeu, the aura is different. All the teams, they scare when they play there. This is a fact. The stories say that. And never consider Madrid like that, because they're always back. And City as well. Let's see, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen this season.
What would you be saying in the City dressing room now? How do they turn it around?
Probably say less and show more. This is what I will say. I will push a few guys apart and say what I think. I don't need to say in front of everybody. But I think the big teams, the big players, they are smart enough to understand what is the problem. Where is the problem? I'm sure 100% they will be back. Guardiola is a very smart coach, and he knows what the problem coming from. And they will be there, like always. So, as I say before, Madrid is the same. They have a little bit difficult in the beginning. Some players, the adjustments, some positions, Mbappé, Vinicius, Rodrigo, whatever. But they will be back like always.
So if you're not going to go to Manchester City just yet, how about United? We've got the Portuguese connection back.
Difficult. Premier League, it's the most difficult league in the world. All the teams, they are good. All the teams, they fight. All the teams run. All the players, they are strong. Football is different right now. It's not easy games anymore. And they need, I say this 1.5 years ago, and I will continue to say, the problem is not the coaches. It's like, I'm always give this example, I will try right now to see if it's going well. It's like the Aquarius. If you have the fishing inside and he's sick, and you take him out, and you fix the problem, and if you put it again in Aquarius, they will be sick again. And this is the problem of Manchester United, is the same. The problem is not only the coach, it's much more than that.
And do you think that is still the case at Old Trafford?
100%. If I will be the owner of the club, I will make the things clear and adjust what I think it's bad
You see,
there.
I'm now joining the dots. Is that the plan? Have you spoken to the Glazers?
I'm still very young. I have so many plans and dreams ahead. But mark my words, I will be owner of a big club, for sure.
I'm sure there's a whole lot of people who would very much love to see that. From the Portuguese perspective, though, how much do you know Ruben Amorim? What do you know about him and having dealt with him?
He did a fantastic job in Portugal with my Sporting. But as I said before, Premier League is a different beast. It's a different league. It's the most competitive league in the world. I knew it will be tough, and they will continue the storm. But the storm will finish and the sun will rise. So, fingers crossed, the things will be good with him. And I hope the best for Manchester United, because it's some club that I still love it.
Talking of national teams, it's a very different dynamic, isn't it? Taking the talent of individuals who play at different clubs, then going to your national team. I think it's fair to say you've had different levels of success, the two of you, with your national teams. Cristiano, Portugal, I guess, winning against the odds, winning a trophy, the Euros. Thibaut, a national team with so much talent, dubbed the golden generation, who hasn't managed to get it across the line. What have been your frustrations with how it hasn't happened?
No, I think eventually the coach with who we had most success is now his coach in Portugal, Roberto Martinez. And I think with him we had a really great run. And unfortunately against France we lost the semi-final of a World Cup on a set piece. And it can happen, that's football. It was a close game, both teams had chances. And they just had that moment where they scored. And I feel that if we would have passed, with all respect to Luka, I hope you would win against Croatia. But sometimes with those tournaments, it's just about seizing the moment. And for me, the most disappointed was obviously that game, but also 2016 when they won, that we lost in the quarterfinal to Wales. And I think we never really had that winning culture in Belgium. And I think that's sometimes where we miss getting far in tournaments, because we don't have that winning culture that you have in Real Madrid or other teams. And that was not always easy to be with, because if you're in clubs that always want to win, and then you come to a national team where that's not always the case, it's not always that easy to be there and feeling like, come on, we can do more, and it's not happening. And I'm sure in 2018 everyone was on a great level, Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard, Romelu, myself, and there it was just not our moment, but I feel that was a great tournament. But yeah, we never actually won something, and that's always going to be a mark.
Do you have hopes that you will make it back with Belgium?
Well, I don't want to comment too much on it at the moment, but yeah, obviously I always love to play for my country, and circumstances happened, and we'll see what happens in the future, but I think it's always a pride to play for your national team.
Cristiano, it was an exciting couple of World Cup announcements. The last round for you, Portugal, one of the co-hosts for 2030, and then of course Saudi Arabia for 2034. You have made no secret, they in Saudi Arabia have made no secret of the fact, yes, the stars coming to the professional league, but they want to develop it at the grassroots as well. What have you seen in terms of the progress that's being made?
In Saudi? Mm-hmm. Huge. I'm so happy to be there. As I say, the last time that I was here, the league still grow. Many players move there. The infrastructures is still improve and better. All the teams.
I think you actually wrote quite a few headlines saying the Saudi league was better than Ligue 1, if you remember.
La Liga, I mean.
No, you said the Saudi league was better than Ligue 1.
The French league?
Yeah.
Easy.
You still maintain?
Of course. Of course. I don't say that because I play there. I don't care what the people thinking, but they should go there and play there to see. To run in 38, 39, 14 degrees and sprint a few times to see how they're going to be. And to play with the... They should move there and see. Don't believe in my words. Go there and see.
Could a Saudi club be...
Only in France is PSG. The rest is finished.
Could a Saudi club be on the agenda of your list of purchases?
They react. Good. This is good. It's my opinion. I don't care what they say. French is only PSG, sorry. The other ones compete, okay. But PSG is the strongest. Nobody compete with them. They have better players, the club with more money. This is a fact. I'm not lying. I don't say nothing new. So I don't understand why the people are so surprised.
So that's not going to be the next move, I think it's fair to say.
I don't know, depends. But no, I'm happy where I am. The future, we never know what's going to happen. I never believe that I will change 33 to Juventus, 37 to Manchester United, 38 to Saudi League. In 1 month I do it 14, so I don't know. I'm still good, I'm still play good, so we'll see what's going to happen.
Okay, I wish we could carry on this conversation, but we're out of time, I'm afraid. Cristiano, Thibaut, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with the rest of your campaigns, and of course, for the awards this evening. Thankfully, the non-negotiable with all the changes at the moment, the talent. But don't go anywhere, so much still to come. The awards are underway in just a couple of minutes.